Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today watching Prison Break. This is the second episode of the 5th season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click in it, put the password in and enjoy. Now, speaking about links in the description, we will be opening up the most likely to dislike characters probably in about 3 episodes time, to be honest, because it'll be like halfway through the season. But we will be opening, as of today, the most liked characters throughout the whole entire franchise. So 3 votes are allowed. The top 3 aggregated, obviously, votes will be then polled, and we can see who everybody's favorite characters are from season 1 to season 5. Everybody's going to be in there. It's going to be exciting, as well as voting for the favorite seasons as well. Same style of vote, you know, 3, and top 3 will be aggregated as well. It's going to be exciting stuff. But last episode, it was nice to see everybody back. The gang was back together. We had Teabag, Sucre, Michael, Lincoln, and Cino actually back into the show. Now, Michael, he's actually in a prison. Yes, he's locked in a prison in Yemen, and he's going by a different name or an alias, and, you know, somebody sent Teabag this bit of information. He's actually free from prison now. You know, he's able to walk out as a free man, and while he's getting his belongings, somebody obviously slipped him this envelope, which obviously had a picture of Michael. Now, he's gone, and he's given it to Lincoln, who's then obviously tried to search him down. But what's crazy is somebody's also offered Teabag a transplant as well for a prosthetic arm, and basically he can use, I think he's basically just use his mind like a normal hand, you know, where you move your fingers, and he could control this one, the fake one, instead of having his wooden one. And it's you know, it raises a question like, who is doing this? You know, why is somebody giving him the picture and not Michael to Lincoln, and why is somebody obviously funding his operation so that he can have a fully functioning hand? We didn't see Mahomes last episode, so maybe he's not in the season, but we did see obviously Lincoln, Sucre, and Cino tried to obviously go to Yemen. They told Sucre to stay behind. He didn't really need his services, and they went over there, and he seen Michael inside of the prison. They was filming him, and he basically had 2 tattoos now. He had like eyes on his hands in like a triangle, and he was trying to acknowledge that he didn't know who Lincoln was or who Cino is, and he's somebody else. And as he was walking away, you could tell that, well, he was lying, I thought anyway, because he closed his eyes, he's kind of like sighed. It was you know, it's interesting. I'm not too sure what's going on, but good vibes, different, and I like it. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
The rebels, who have the stated intent of taking over the country and establishing a radical caliphate, are also bent on freeing their leader Abu Ramal, who was captured by the government 5 years ago. Ramal is currently being held in Yemen's most notorious penitentiary, Ogajia prison.
Psst. This is it.
He's trying to do another breakout. It looks like he's got different language tattooed on his arm.
Okay, it's clear. We're gonna need this so much easier if it's just you and me, like it was in all the other ones. Nothing is easy on this one. 1 minute.
Oh, is he waiting for a noise? Maybe. No. I'm surprised that the people, you know, facing the cells don't actually say something. They can see in. They've not even put a sheet up.
Now it's about those lights going out. He didn't flash it 24 hours before. That's supposed to be the signal. Have faith. 7 straight nights. No signal, no lights getting turned on. I go back. Maybe make a run for it. Too much ground to cover. The ship's down before we make the gas. Still got 1 card left to play. I didn't want to play it, but it's already in motion.
That's what it is. That's a card that's left to play to call Lincoln.
Apparently, KANIEL OUTIS was thrown into Ogajia for crimes against the government.
Call him Michael, will you?
Maybe he's got to keep up appearances.
Stop! Kid was spying on us.
Yeah, and he left something under the doormat.
I don't even see what it says.
Back in the day, he never talked to you straight, as in not in code.
He's worried about someone intercepting his message. We're out of help.
Sheba.
She thinks I'm abetting a terrorist.
Well, then you have to convince her that you're not. No one.
You are government to them.
You don't understand being a Yemeni. You would run away when she needs you the most.
I understand that we are no good to this country, Dad.
I'd rather die with my face to the enemy than to run away.
Friend needs your help.
I gave him my help. You didn't tell me he was working with the enemy. Worked with the rebels?
His name's Michael.
I don't care!
Not KANIEL OUTIS.
There's nothing you can say to me that will make me help you, okay?
Cash.
This is enough to get your family out of the country.
Isn't it? Look at that. It's easy. Money talks, isn't it? Money talks for everybody.
Deliver me this first.
I reckon his son's going to play a factor in it this season or something.
What's that?
It's something your Uncle Lincoln.
You didn't even watch all of it?
I love you. Make it a great day.
I got the
Isn't it?
We're here to get you out of here.
Look, my name isn't Michael, and I don't know who you are.
I was going to say, this Jacob, do you reckon you feel a bit tight on him? Do you know, he's not really done anything wrong, has he?
I've been trying to piece this thing together. You remember those government guys? Trying to pick my brain about game theory, how they could use it for foreign policy.
Yeah, you bored the hell out of him, right?
Did I hear something I shouldn't have?
I promise this has nothing to do with you.
Isn't it? He's paranoid.
I'm going to run some errands and then I'm going to come visit you, okay?
The thing is, right, it is a tough situation because she loved Michael. And, you know what I mean? She had a kid with him and she would have been all in still with him right now if he didn't die, as far as she was aware. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you can't blame her for moving on because why should her life completely stop when the person's not there? Do you know what I mean? And she's got a new husband, but that doesn't mean that she's stopped loving the old one. And now that the old one's here, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Like, that is the tough situation because obviously if Michael escapes and it's Michael, which it seems like he is when he was talking to the guy on the roof, even though, like I said, yesterday's episode, he pretended that he didn't have a clue what was going on. What does she choose? Because it's not really fair on this Jacob guy because he's not done nothing wrong. Do you know what I mean? He's still the same guy he's always been. But then Michael, technically, well, he could have changed, to be honest, but her love's always been there. So it is a tough situation, but her head's scrambled.
Yeah, I called earlier about a missing U.S. citizen in the Middle East.
Yes, I'm Henry Kashida. Let me walk you to the director's office.
I'll take it from here, Henry.
Did he become a senator? I don't think he mustn't have then, because he was kind of trying to, wasn't he?
I'll leave you to be.
You mean you should come in and let me enlighten you to all things Michael Schofield? Or should I say KANIEL OUTIS?
Michael's been wiped, hasn't he, off the internet?
You shouldn't drink bottled water, the dioxins, the BPA's in there.
I'm touched by your concern.
Have a seat. I am ever more a boring guy now. I am mellowed by life, trust me. When your call came in Kashida processed, let's just say there are certain keywords that get our system buzzing. I actually can't stand it watching you drink out of that. Could you bring Sarah a glass for her water, please? Known terrorist, ties to ISIL, wanted in the killing of a senior CIA official. KANIEL OUTIS' face.
Okay, but you and I both know who Michael Schofield was.
No, that's just a memory. Now that's scary to think who could be behind that.
I was going to say, someone's got to have some high power. High.
Would be capable of officially turning one man into another. It would take a genius. Who's capable of this? Only a handful of people in the world. Sarah? Sarah!
Didn't this phase you with all the fact that we're gonna die in here?
We're not gonna die. We're still getting out.
Would actually be scary, wouldn't it?
The roof ain't happening.
If it's happening, we don't have time to come up with another escape plan.
So you are nervous.
I'm only doing this for the money. Don't think you and I are suddenly good. It's the only thing that doesn't belong. All just numbers. واحد.
Michael's well clever, like. He's done that on that small little piece of paper.
Director of Electrical Works in Sana.
Director of Electrical Works. Sheik Light.
That was smart, that wasn't it? The thing is, I'm trying to figure out, like, why would Michael do this to himself?
They are fleeing ahead of the advance. You're not going to try to find him, are you? God be with you then.
Circle the address. Good luck. Are out there. Front line of the war. Nice knowing you. Benjamin, I hope next time it's under better circumstances.
Deliver the Sheik, then you get your money.
Innit? You can't just dabble a bit of information and not actually get them to what they need. You know, I'm thinking that maybe Michael's done this to himself, right? Because he actually got exported or whatever to this prison, and he's thought, you know, if I'm inside there, I can make a story about myself that I'm like this big guy, or I've done this and I've done that, and maybe I have people that want to like join me, if that makes sense. And he's used those people to try and facilitate his escape. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's got like crew on the outside who want to get in with him, then obviously they can use that to do the escape. But I don't know, literally. I have no idea why Michael would want to create his own alias, you know what I mean? And erase Michael Schofield and put this guy on there for all these crimes that he's been obviously, you know, accused of. I don't know how that would benefit him inside of this prison.
Yes.
You should check your email, Sarah. Footage captured by a hunter 4 years ago. One of those motion sensor devices you hang on trees, takes intermittent photos of prey.
That's interesting.
Deputy Chief of the CIA. KANIEL or Michael or whatever gets on a flight to Yemen, we almost nail him when he lands. He gets away. His luggage doesn't, and Gaines's blood is all over the clothes inside.
The thing is, though, right, it don't fit Michael's profile, does it? I'm not saying he's not done it, but we never seen him kill anybody from 1 to 4, don't think.
I need your advice. It's probably something you're not going to want to talk about. I could really use your clarity right now.
How's he charge it? He's listening to Queen.
I want to know why we got that in here.
Yeah.
Hugging naked with the guards. Gotta be, right?
We are the champions.
Why is the guy shaking and that? Like, is he lying or something?
To a maze, he gets stuck in the Middle Eastern prison. The biggest SOBs are Korean.
You got in here how? Identity theft. Apparently used to sit on his couch, hack high net worth accounts all over the world. The story is Freddy's cremated, but his ashes go missing. To this day, no one knows where they are. Ja admitted to me once when he was high, he bought them. $2 million.
That's when I think I know your game. I don't.
You know my game, Whip.
See right there, Whip. I don't even know why you call me that.
Because you're my whip hand.
You make them love you so much that when they're up against it, their loyalty will make them act against their own best interests. That's game theory. A cold, rational focus on winning. Of course, he loved you. How could he not? He also wanted you to open that door in the prison for him. I mean, true game theory, everything, everyone is a contingency. You meet people, you bring them into your life, and you keep them percolating until the moment you need to manipulate the relationship to your advantage. I initially think smaller evils are okay in the service of a greater good.
Like breaking Lincoln out of prison.
But the dance of good and evil could become jumbled.
If you look at that situation there, yeah, what that guy's saying is interesting. It's basically saying that Michael's nice to everybody, so he can kind of get something out of them in the end. You know what I mean? Basically, like, get everybody kind of liking him, so then when he needs it, he can call upon them and they'll all be there. But then it also says that each time he's doing it, he's got an end goal in play that he needs everybody to kind of be surrounded and use them for to get to it. And to be honest, that's kind of true. If you look at it each time, because each season it's been break Lincoln out, he needed to use people in the prison to do that. Do you know what I mean? Then it was obviously we had on the run, breaking out Sona, and then obviously taking down the company. He had to use different people and draw them here and there to obviously get the end result. So again, he could have some weight behind it. It's interesting.
They say for Ramadan, as an act of forgiveness, they're going to release all prisoners from solitary over there back into general population. Worst of the worst. Government gave me 20 years for homosexuality. But the monsters in there, Ramal and his men, won't let me live 20 minutes. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe I can find another way.
Give me a piece of that gum.
Piece of gum is going to get us out of prison.
I'll start the process. This piece of gum is going to start a sequence of events that will finish on the other side of the world. Battery, please.
Does it start a little fire when you do this? Yeah, I've done that before in work.
Whip, I need your socks. How are we doing out there?
We're all good. Quick, though.
I like how he's got a little room full of people that are helping. What's he doing? Burning himself.
What is this?
We're burning up. We need the infirmary.
I'm gonna touch his head. He's gonna feel like he's absolutely roasting. Yeah, I'll get that temperature thing out.
خلينا ندخل. أصحابنا هناك.
لو خليتكم تمروا معك أجانب ما راح ترجعوا.
He says there's being Westerners, a woman. We go inside. We're not coming back.
Tell him I bet $500 we make it back in one piece.
$500 أمريكي.
راح يقتلكم شر قتله.
He's like, isn't it? He's like, cheers for that, mate. If you want to die, you die. I've got 500 quid. You know what? I actually forgot about this guy. He was on the introduction one. He was at the start. He actually really was. You know, we had a story about him in the news. Basically, was he assaulting women and he was attacking people. And she's just said there, obviously, he's inside. And I think he's in the same prison as Michael, is he not? You know, I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I'm sure he is. And interestingly, she's saying here that ever since he's gone in, his support on the outside just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, if he is in the same prison as Michael, I would love to see if he's got support in there. And he probably has. He's probably running it. You know, did they say Michael's in Gen Pop? So it might be kind of like okay-ish, but he's got a bit of hardcore people. Do you know what I mean? Like that guy was saying, as soon as he go through that door. And he was saying as well that, did he say that he got arrested because he was gay? That's what I kind of feel like he said. And he said that, you know, as soon as those doors open, he won't last 5 minutes. That's ruthless, isn't it? That they do stuff like that just because of his sexuality. Look at that guy's shades.
Can't believe this. I know him.
Is that not going to be a benefit?
What are you doing in the suburbs, Shiva?
Took a long time.
Got your hair covered up. Finally find God?
Not your God.
Maybe I'll make a good woman of you. Forgive the devil in you.
Why don't I just turn around now?
Lover boy! We have to go. Government's moving in at Aqsa Park.
Technically her lucky day.
Get the hell off our territory.
We have to hurry. We're lucky he didn't kill me right there.
Our ISIL friends are destroying our city. And you come in here wanting help. Was it also a misunderstanding when you tried to escape the moment you got into this prison? An honest man doesn't try to escape. He asks for a lawyer.
I don't know if he's getting a doctor, to be honest. He must have known this was going to happen, Michael. Oh, the guy's actually giving him stuff. Do you reckon that's his first drink in ages? You know what I mean? He chugged that down, didn't he?
Son of a bitch. Anything easy in this country?
Question is, is she given inside? They find us up here, there's no explaining ourselves. We're all dead.
Quiet.
You're not ISIL.
No.
We are here to get you out.
Not without my daughter. She's out there. Where? In the basement of the schoolyard across the street.
I hate to say it, Link, but I think we might have just got pinned as well.
Mate, it must be so scary being in a country like that. There's literally people in these situations right now.
You look like you could use a few sharp edges knocked off your world.
You don't look so good yourself.
Say what you want about Yemen. They're not shy about prescriptions. I need access to your cell phone and a credit card number. I want to order a pizza.
See what I mean, Michael? Using people again, you know what I'm saying?
Go to the rooftops.
They're all over the rover. We'll never get to it.
I can get to that pickup. Make a ruckus on my way out.
Go!
Lincoln, man, he's always the last one causing the chaos, driving the cars.
Your father sent me. I'm getting you out of here. Come on.
Mate, they're all going to shoot up that car.
Get down. Stay down.
Yeah. Well, they just got to hold out another roadblock's not in the way, or people don't chase them down like this, or...
Oh no, this isn't good.
Government checkpoint. They'll think we're suicide bombers. We have to stop.
Are you out of your mind?
Stay down.
Uh-oh. They literally failed, didn't they? They turned up to a checkpoint where all these soldiers are, and they didn't even get anyone. Look at that, and now they're through. I thought it would have been a little bit harder.
Forgive me. Their parents have been killed.
They can stay here for now. As long as you tell me who you know in Agajia and why they want you so bad.
My daughter tries to educate girls, and my son, he falls in love with another man. I went to visit him a few weeks ago. He said maybe there is a way out.
You agreed to help him.
He said if I could arrange a blackout, he knew someone who could get him out. I was supposed to do this a week ago, but then this happened with my daughter.
They're waiting for you in there.
Then I have to go now.
Well, you got to do what you got to do, haven't you? You know what I mean? This is what's here for them. Yeah, I forgot about young Michael.
So there's more to find out, Sam. I mean, the important thing is that you are going to survive this.
Where is he? Somebody picked him up.
Can I just scoop Mike real quick? All the kids have been released. Have you seen Mike? Mike! Mike!
For where the man went.
What man, baby?
The man that gave me this.
Michael? He said he had to call him doing pizza. Hide everyone, a storm's coming.
ISIL is getting closer by the hour. And the rebels in here know it.
That's the pulse. That's what he needed. I thought he had to be watching, but it's so obvious.
Someone found my father. But it's maybe too late.
Yeah, it's too late. Look, they're coming in.
Ramadan has begun.
There he is. Maybe he might not kill him for the alias that he's made. I was telling him how to get out. I don't actually even know, to be honest, what's going on here with Michael. It actually is pretty interesting because on one hand, he seems like the old normal Michael that we've obviously seen throughout the first 4 seasons, and he's sending warnings out to obviously his family to say hi, the storm's coming, and he obviously still cares about them, and that side of his personality is still there. But then you've also got this one here who's working with this criminal, the guy that's actually bashing over Yemen, trying to take it over, got all the people on the outside, killing people who tried to chase Lincoln down, then shooting him. That's his people. That's who Michael's working for, technically, here now, if you look at this. I need to see more of the backstory, do you know what I mean? And how he's got into this position. How did he learn the language? Do you know what I mean? First of all, it's absolutely solid, mate, to learn a second language. And Michael's obviously good at it now. But why have they got a relationship? And have they been together closely within this prison before? Or was he teaming up on the outside? And is Michael the same person that we know, is he something different? You know what I mean? I'm not too sure. It's exciting though. It actually is. You know, today's episode's a bit intense. You know, Lincoln going in there. He was kind of shouting when they was on the outside, supposed to be quiet, wasn't he? Just go! Do you know what I mean? Same old Lincoln, nothing's changed. But yeah, they've managed to get out with the help of that woman as well. I don't know if she's going to be in it for the rest of the season, but she's going to get her cash. You know what I mean? Lincoln promised, you know, if you get me here and there, you can actually have it. But again, you know what I mean? Michael's the mysterious one. He is the person that's interesting me the most. Just for the fact that he seems to be the normal Michael, but also with a second personality side. And I mean, I'm assuming that he's just using this guy so he can get out. Do you know what I mean? It was basically the story that Sarah's husband was saying. You know what I mean? You're nice to people, you get people on your side, you ask for something, they kind of give it in return. They feel like they kind of not owe you, but they'll do something for you because you've always kind of been there for them. Do you know what I mean? And you've got to have that end goal in sight, what you want to achieve for all this to actually happen and be possible. You know what I'm saying? He could be a second person. He could say, I'm this guy, I've killed them, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that, to acquire a friendship or a person like him to try and help him get out. And once he's outside, he can have the contacts to obviously maybe help him disappear or help him get away. But like, that's his ultimate end goal, is to get out of this prison. Do you know what I mean? So it is interesting. Also, it's pretty good to see Kilman back as well. It was nice to see it. You know, everybody's kind of influxing back. I'm liking the show so far, to be honest. I'm liking the vibes of it, the differences, and now that obviously the escape apparently is going to be in 24 hours, I'm excited to see what we do. And that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As mentioned in the starting intro, as this is coming towards the end, literally it is in the final stretch now. We have got votes all over the place. You know, we're going to have the most likes to dislike characters of this season, even though it's so small. I don't even know if you can have a dislike character, but it will be opening up in a couple of episodes. We have got the most liked character out the whole entire franchise. That's open now. 3 votes are allowed. Choose it, and they'll be aggregated and shown in the final episode, as well as the best seasons, you know, your personal choices as well, you know what I mean, top 3, and they'll be shown as well. So loads of stuff to get into, get our teeth into it, and good to see everybody's opinions and see if anything's changed since season 1 when we look at their most liked characters. But now in today's episode, you know, you got to look at what is going on. And Michael's making contact with Sarah. He's actually letting her know that he's alive himself. So do you know what I mean? Like, Sarah got the information today from Lincoln that he was alive, because obviously they went in and recorded him and he sent it to her cell and she's watched it in the car. But she's also had confirmation herself by obviously receiving the origami rose, which then inside said that it basically hide everybody because the storm's coming. So interesting, overwhelming information for Sarah, to be honest. Yesterday she thought that obviously Michael was dead. She had the possible information that he could potentially be alive, with it can be confirmed today. Do you know what I mean? Everything will be going all over her head. She don't really know what's going on. Her husband's been shot currently as well. She's got to protect a kid who she thought was taken out of school. You know what I mean? It's pretty madness for Sarah. It actually really is. And if you look at it as well, you know, we looked at images that Killerman sent her. Now, interestingly, Killerman's back in the show. You know, I actually always really liked him, to be honest. And she was a bit hostile towards him, didn't really like him, saying that she couldn't really trust him. Yet he was the person that come up trumps Godzilla and obviously give them all their freedom. So whatever it is, whatever beef that they had, I would have squashed it, to be honest. You know, if you look at Mahomes and Lincoln, yeah, Mahomes killed their parents, but then obviously if you looked at what was going on and everything that they got into and what they had to do together as a team, they squashed it, didn't they? Because obviously what they achieved. And I know that she fought Killerman and he attacked her and probably was involved in her dad dying, to be honest, kind of like a little similar situation. But she's left her imprint on him. She's burnt him, didn't she, with the iron, which is crazy, before leaping out the window. And you know, she's still not trustworthy of him. But he's come, he's given her information. He said, look mate, you know, there's something outside the cabin in the woods. Decent film, that, to be honest, but it takes images, you know, basically if animals come and stuff like that, or this movement in the trees. And if you look at it, this was captured at one point. Now obviously we've seen that this dude's walked out and then Michael's come out, and then he's obviously pulled a gun on him and he's shot him and he's dragging his dead body and he's moving him, and then he's got on a plane. Do you know what I mean? His luggage has been seized, he's seen inside of it, he's got that guy's blood all over it. Michael's been taken inside. You know what I mean? Doesn't fit Michael's personality. And Sarah's saying, look, this is a bit like Lincoln, to be honest. It smells, you know what I mean, all over season 1. Somebody setting them up for something that they didn't do. Now, I've got to say, the images look pretty legit, to be honest, but so did Lincoln's, and it was doctored, you know, wasn't it? But the thing is with Lincoln's is that he ran over, pulled, obviously, his gun out, didn't shoot it. It was doctored that he did, and then he ran off. Now, interestingly here, though, if Michael didn't shoot him, somebody else did. But then Michael didn't react in a way that you would react if you didn't shoot him. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, if I walked out and I found a dead body, I'd be panicking. And I wouldn't be picking him up, and I wouldn't be dragging him away, and I wouldn't be moving it. You know what I mean? Which the images show that Michael doing. And then I would have done enough where I would have cleaned myself enough, or I wouldn't packed any of, like, the clothes that was around that guy's body. So straight away, yeah, let's be honest, I've just gone out, I've just killed someone. Yeah, job's a good one, I've just killed them. What's the first thing I'm doing? Every little thing that I'm wearing, no matter if it's the dearest, most expensive thing I've ever seen in the world, is getting burnt. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't taking that anywhere. I'm not putting it in a suitcase, I'm not traveling it, I'm not lugging it around. It's gone. You know what I mean? It's getting burnt. So I'm surprised that obviously Michael's, if he has killed him, it's not part of his personality, and maybe makes me think that he's part of this thing. But if he hasn't killed him, why is he moving his body? Do you know what I mean? And then he's not obviously disposing the clothes. I don't really know. Do you know what I mean? It's mysteriousness, and it's exciting. And I can't wait to see if the begin of the escape happens tomorrow, because like I said, short season, why not? You know what I mean? It literally can start in the 3rd episode. Thanks for checking out today's. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.